Okay, guys, this is crazy, huh? Let us get a bigger view. Is that good? Is that good? I hope that's good because I can't see up there. So, it is Monday morning. I am making sure that camera, whoa, shoot. I can, yeah, it looks okay, I guess. Let's, hold on. I wish I had a ladder right here. That looks pretty good, I hope. Can't see the front counter. That's okay. I guess we could lower it just a bit. Now my head's gonna get chopped off in the video. Okay, so Monday morning I am finishing up what I did. What's up, guys? What is up? Much cleaner than it was. Y'all saw the video. So right now I am just going through old keys that are from rekeys in my truck and getting them into the scrap metal bin. And I am about to cut some, there's that old aluminum wiser key. About to cut some keys, hey, imagine that, for a master key job that I actually talked about in one of my other videos. I was supposed to do it Friday, but they delayed it to Monday. I'm tearing this rubber head off this key. Ugh, so gross. Those rubber heads like hold gook. So yeah, I gotta cut the master keys for that system so that I can just zip in and rekey it. Oh, another one, shoot. Face cap pliers for the wind. So really I'm just testing that view. That is with my phone on a tripod, my camera tripod. Way up in the sky. So I'm going to get these out of here. This is my keying kit for, this is in my van. It's what I throw my debris in, like my pens and old keys, metal. Use a magnet to get the metal out. High powered magnet. Whoa, sometimes a little too high powered. I'm gonna go scrap that. Yeah, a little too high powered. All right. And there's a brass screw in here. It goes in my solid brass, and then the rest are pins, which go in my pin dump there. And that goes back in the car. Old quick set plug, these pre-cuts that I've used. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
You want to flip this around?
No.
Nah. Okay, give me some. Oh.
Nope, I don't want to flip it around. Customer, I guess. So while I'm waiting on him, I'm going to go ahead and stamp these keys. It's a 5-6 door master key system. Let me make these keys here.
Two.
Two?
Yep. Residential lot.
Okay, well, as luck would have it, phone rang right when he came in, so that screwed up my video. Where was that? Oh yeah, stamping keys and yep, there we go. It is incredibly freaking difficult to record on a Monday morning with the phone. But I guess that's why I have a splice program, right? Put all these little clips together. All right, so SC4 DFD for the master, and which means do not duplicate head key, and some good old, LSDA. Well, they're both LSDA. LSDA SC4 keys. And they're wanting 10 change. And well, actually, there was some kind of confusion on it, and since I'm cutting these in the shop, I'm taking them. He initially said 8 and 4 master. Now he said 10 and 3 master, but we're going to do 10 and 4 master to cover the bases. This is just so that I can get in and out as quick as possible. Especially in a doctor's office when they're having a clinic. But it is a brand new one that just opened, so no telling how busy they're going to be right now. So yeah, I'm just going to come up with a random bidding. Let's see. What do I want to use, guys? Let's say for the master, let's go 2, 7, 4, 1, 3, 2. And for the change, we will do 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2. 2 cut difference. Makes it pretty easy to pin. 4th is rough, 2. Yep, that's good. Again, small clinic. Can be anything. Alright, change first is 2, 3, 4. Horrible bidding. The master will probably be used anyway. driving me crazy. I don't know what they're doing over there, but I'm the only one allowed to make noise. Just don't like that. Just don't like that. Let's change it to, let's go 6. I feel a little bit better about that. 6, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2. That puts us 3 master pins in. All kind of staggered. Which is very various. One, 3, 2. I had enough coffee this morning to think about master keys. It's not really a master key. It's just 2 different keys for the office. All interior doors. Security issue there. I need a new blade here and over there. Gotta buy a new blade soon. Knocks that out. I'm gonna go see what they're doing. Easily could have been the same bidding with just one number off. But whatever. Again, it's inside. There's only one door. It's the front glass door that uses a mortise sonder that's exposed to any kind of attack. Right. So, bottom pin 2, bottom pin 3, 4, bottom pin 1, 3, 2. So it's 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2. So that's going to give you about like 8 to 10 keys that could work on it. But again, whatever. I'm waiting for somebody to say something about my bidding. My bidding, did you catch that? Bidding, B-I-D-D-I-N-G. I'm bidding on it. I found this Corbin Russwin old school style lock, shiny, that you have to take apart and hit the retainer thing on the inside. This is actually the real tough one to do, I believe. So I'm going to do a video on taking these old school Corbin Russwins apart soon. These are actually super, super heavy duty locks. Typically were put on in the 50s era, 60s, and aside from a little bit of wear on the latch and obvious brass wear, they are all working just great. Still. Okay, so we're gonna finish my coffee and go see what the fuck they're banging on. Bag those. Plastic bags from Walmart. 3x5, 4x6, and 2x4 are all good sizes to have. Now they are pretty flimsy bags, but they're really only temporarily used anyway. Especially if you keep keys in your truck. Put them in a plastic bag so that they don't oxidize for the keys that are around longer. And keeps them from the brass from tarnishing. Okay, so I've got these two national keys. That reminds me. So I need to cut some national. I'm going to cut 2 sets of them using these 2 through this ring now. So I've got the 2 from that other job that I did the other day. I'm going to recut these using the National large pin card. I went ahead and code cut both of those, one cut deeper. Do a ring of 5 for that one, and this one will be 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. And we're not going to go as deep on that one, so that when we use, say, 6 and have 2 left over, we can cut it down. But you do want to go kind of deep on National, because if you remember from that other video, the Dex National video, the plugs are so small. Even if you cut it down to like if you do a 0, 1, or a 2, you're gonna fall below your 156. If I'm okay, so that was an local person needing an antique lock. My battery's going dead on my phone. So we're going to have to knock this up so that I can get it charged up. What was I saying? You got to go below 3 to get it to 156. So I always start my National cuts at like 4 and go down. So on that note, 6, 4, 6, 8, 5. So I did 6, 4, 6, 8, 5. The 6 and 6 will make it a little bit quicker to rekey. And when I need to recut it down, I can cut that 4 down to something Oh yeah. I know I'm right out of camera view there. Sorry. Alright, ring it up on a gack. And stamp these other ones. Okay, got us some nationals back in the truck now. For that next depth national rekey we get. Okay, so that can all go in the truck, and this, and this can also go all in the truck. Alright, so again, my camera is about to go dead. Oh, another thing I'm going to do. Stay tuned for... No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. You change. We're about to have a discussion on you change when I get time. So I am... done here. I'm packing it up. I gotta charge that phone, grab my GoPro that's charged up, and get out on the road. See you guys later. Okay guys, time to get on the road. I know. No. But video from the restaurant had two songs in it from... Oh, I gotta see where I'm going. Hold on, I gotta map something real quick. What the heck is this? Okay, I know where this is. It's in a town south of us. Yep, there it be. Down just past the McDonald's. I'm very familiar with this street. So yep, gonna go knock this one out. And I got another house rekey that called in just a minute ago when one of the interruptions to the other video happened. Oh, and it is warm out here already, so I'm about to shed this long sleeve shirt when I get down here. That is the South for you. Those guys right there are the ones that are in charge of moving all these light poles to prepare for sidewalk renovations. Yeah, Yeah, I always like the surprise Kim has, because Kim doesn't work on Saturdays. She doesn't come up to the shop, so whenever I get squirrely and go on a shop cleaning adventure on a Saturday, she always comes in Monday like, whoa, somebody robbed us. Somebody cleaned us out of particular items. Next weekend is going to be the biggie, I think. Presumably, sometimes on Saturdays it's so busy that I don't have time to really focus on it. Last Saturday, in case you could tell, had a lot of phone calls come through and a few customers, but yeah, if it's real busy I don't have time to do that. That's why I don't ever do it during the week, because I'm busy doing other stuff. Getting pulled in 10 different directions sometimes. Alright, well, I'm not going to take you through this whole drive, but we are about to jump on the interstate and get down to this clinic, rekey these few locks. I already got checked for it. You got to check for it Friday. From the contractor. I like contractors that pay with checks up front. Here's a blank check. Fill it out and send me the total. Works for me. Don't ever take advantage of that though, guys. Always charge fair price, your same price. And you'll get the repeat business. Oh, like that rekey. Apparently I don't know who this was, but they said that I had gone out to their office a couple of weeks ago to do something. So I don't know who it is, but now he wants his house rekeyed. So once again, that just goes to show that if you do good work and you charge a fair price, you will get callbacks and referrals. Alright, we are not going to Macomb, but even though the sign said so, this is the I-55 South interchange. Waterworks curve, because that right ahead of you is a water plant, and they call this waterworks curve because it is the worst design ever for an interstate. There are always wrecks right there. And again, see you all soon. So as it turns out, they do not have the keys for these lever handles on 4 doors, so I get to pick them all. And they're supposed to have the keys. Okay guys, so I have tried picking this on the door, sideways obviously. Took it off the door, and nothing I'm doing here is getting in this one. Single pin pick, rake, bump, keys, several different methods here. And had 2 panic bars on the back doors. Those I was able to get open, and they had a key for another one, but this one they did not have a key for. They didn't have a key for any of them except for one office. And I'm giving it one last ditch effort here, and we're gonna blow this sucker apart, which I'm about to do now. So let's get this out of the way. Almost all commercial lever handles you can get apart by taking it apart like you do with Schlage A series. Now obviously it's not an ideal way to do it, but your only two options are to drill the core out and replace it, or try to take it apart. Yep. Okay. So this is your typical chassis. Press in here. Lift off. Take this off. Don't take that off. Leave that on. Pop this, carefully holding those springs. Carefully set down. Not losing the springs. Pull your core out here. So what that does is exposes the bar mechanism here. It gives it some wobble room. While it's not a lot of wobble room, because it goes into that. So while it's not a whole bunch, it is typically enough to reach in and pull it just enough. You may have to poke it. Just enough to get it off. So all that time I wasted it's pretty much as just wasted time trying to pick it when I could have just done that. And then getting it back together. Make sure this is all turned the right way. Make sure that mechanism is seated like it's supposed to be. Don't do that. Don't do that. This has a funny long mechanism, but that's okay. Some of them are funny. Just make sure that everything's lined up out here, and we're going to come in with the cage. Kind of float it like this, float it like that. Hold it, stick our spring in there. Hold my finger over the spring so that it does not disappear. Get it in its hole here and here. Using a screwdriver to kind of guide it. Okay, and then kind of make sure it's lined up. There we go. Just snapped into position. Okay. Come over this with your cap. And check it. And put your screw mechanism, whatever this thing, spring mechanism, back on. Oh, I got it. It accidentally fell in the hole. Jump it over that there. You can get over it. There we go. Alright. Alright. So that's all there is to taking one of those apart when you don't have a key. Let's take a look and see why it was so hard to pick. Besides it being a Monday. And me thinking it was going to be an easy job. Yep, that's your mistakes right there. Go into it thinking it's going to be quick and easy, and it's not. And they actually just locked themselves in an office by closing the door that had no lock on it. Wait. Well, that tells you that we had shallow, because that's a blank key. So we had, looks like 2, 3, and then 7. So this was probably what was hanging me up, along with that. So that's a short. So it goes short, deep, short. Pain in the butt. Let's see what's going on upstairs. Regular. There ain't no spools in these. Regular. Super weak springs though. So super light tension is needed. Alright. Okay guys, so that is it on that one. I'm leaving. I took the nurse's area, reception area. Take the door handle. I had to take the door handle off because that was the one that I couldn't get picked, so I had to bring it out to the truck. And I left the latch because, according to the nurse, they never close the door, they never lock the door, nothing. Bug guy comes out while I was taking that lock apart, and it's like, oh, they're locked in the office, there's no lock on the door. And I'm like, okay. So he goes, I tried to get in, but I couldn't. And I'm like, oh Lord. So I went in there. He broke the latch trying to get in. He was like trying to use a screwdriver to pull it back, and he like bent the latch interior up. So that is going to get passed on to the contractor. The new latch, which is only like a $15 latch, but so that's the thing with interior doors when you take a lock off. If you leave the latch in, you need to tell the people not to close the door or prop it open. But I'm guessing they didn't close the door, because when he came back out after I went and got in, and he was like, oh yeah, they got ants, thanks for getting me in there. I'm taking a wild guess that he closed the door. If you don't see a lock on the door, guys, don't close it. That happens every so often. But I was right outside. There was no call for him to turn around and sit there and pry on it, when all he had to do was step outside and say, hey, can you come here? So, yeah, if you take a lock off a door that is normally closed often, then take the latch out so somebody doesn't get locked in when you're working on it. And on doors where they say they never close, if there's people in there, just take the latch out, even though it's a couple extra screws. So normally I wouldn't charge, but because the bug guy, because it's not really the contractor's fault, it's not really the dentist office fault, not really my fault, because I mean there was no lock on the door. It's pretty obvious. So I don't know, I may just eat it. I've got plenty of those latches. I actually used a Schlage latch, which actually costs like 35 bucks new, but I've got like literally hundreds of them, so no big deal. But they are getting charged for picking on all of them because they didn't have keys when they were supposed to. So that will be a little bit higher cost job than I was expecting it to be. Actually about average, because there were supposed to be 5 interior doors and 1 exterior, and there were only 2 interior doors and 3 exterior doors. 5, that works out about the same. So yeah, it'll be more because there's the charge to pick them and take them apart without the key. So anyway, I am headed to my next rekey. I've got pretty much exactly enough time to get there. Okay, so that house rekey ended up needing 5 new doorknobs, 1 new deadbolt, and 4 double cylinders rekey. Because he has 4 wood doors and a bar door on the outside of the garage. The 4 wood doors have Schlage B160 style double cylinder deadbolts on them. Actually B100 style, but they still have the long bolt. But all the doorknobs are like Dexter, old Dexter D6 key, and then an old Yale that's like totally seized up, and then an old National that's totally seized up, and then an old Weiser that needs just to be replaced to match the keys. But it probably doesn't work either. So homeboy is about to get him a whole bunch of new doorknobs and some new keys, and that, well, I'd never expect a house rekey to be a quick rekey, but what was supposed to be just a rekey turned into a whole bunch of drilling, because I got to re-drill some of those holes on the old Yales. They drilled like real small holes on them. So that's where we are now. Going back to the shop to pick up all the doorknobs, because I only had 2 of that particular style with me. Normally I carry 3 of every kind of doorknob and deadbolt that I could possibly imagine, but 2 or 3 depending on which one it is, because frequently you have to replace at least 1 lock on a house rekey, and sometimes 2, especially when you're talking about doorknobs. But I don't carry that many with me, and because I had vague information, because it was somebody calling for somebody, I had no idea. So I got to run and get the doorknobs and go ahead and cut the extra keys while I'm at the shop, and come back and drill and put on all these doorknobs and rekey the deadbolts to the new doorknobs. So doing that unexpectedly. Oh, I forgot. This isn't the way to the shop. I had to go unlock a car up here. And, yeah, then I got to go to the shop. And so it begins with the North State Street reconstruction. Again. They just paved this about 2 years ago. Now they're repaving it, which is okay. But they're also making this like Fondren, 3 lanes, center lane I think, and 1 lane on each side, which I'm not thrilled with, but I'm okay with, I guess, because it's pretty narrow anyway. and no big deal to me either which way. The businesses around here, specifically one of them, is not happy about the change. but, and I can see his point about it. But, you know, what are you gonna do? Take what you can get, especially when the roads are like this. So headed back to that house and to put all these knobs on, which are all spread out on my thing here, and oh, you know, I gotta re-drill hopefully only 2 doors. I'm hoping 2 of them are ready to go, but we will see when I get there. Ugh. Okay, got back in the shop, rekeyed all these lever handles that are going on a one of our contractors. There's a bunch of key and knob cylinders in there too, or lever cylinders. And this thing was brought in. Oh, look at that little fella. Look at that little fella down there. Such a cute little master lock. Where is my... Let me rummage around here. Such a cute little master lock. Ooh, that one's crunchy. Crunchy. Cute little master lock. Okay, so I'm done for the day. And that's it. Yeah, I wanted to show y'all these. In my cleaning up video the other day, I kind of flashed some stuff up across the screen holding it up. And I want to show you what those were. So, when I'm cleaning my shop, I know I've got all this stuff. I just kind of lose track of it. So, Baldwin Kiso was one of the things that I held up when I was doing the rim cylinder sorting. And I've already got 2 or 3 of these that are in my collection. Baldwin Kiso. Really super nice. Kaba 8. And I've got, I think, 2 or 3 that I have keys for, and I found this one, but unfortunately the keys that I have for neither of the other cylinders work in this one, so I have a no key situation there. What I might do actually just one day when I have the time is maybe take it apart and key it up to one of the other ones. So that's kind of interesting. I didn't know I had that one. It was mixed in. I just thought it was a regular cylinder. Okay, old stuff. So here is why people are not allowed to touch our ceramic knobs anymore. We used to have them kind of spread out in different areas, and this one was on the counter, and somebody picked it up and just dropped the damn thing, broke it right off. Real ceramic. Pissed us off. This was either a Baldwin or a Jado. I think it was Jado, maybe. Very valuable knob. And that made us, whenever somebody, we do have some in the window, but we keep them down underneath here. A few down there. And we keep some in the window up here. And when I put them in the window, Kim was like, no. I was like, yeah, I know. So I just put them up there temporarily, but they've been sitting there for too long, so they are going to get moved. I'm going to take all those and I'm going to redo this whole bottom section and protect the rest of my ceramic knobs. And lastly, I found this bad boy. Look at that, 20, they can't really read that, but it says 22 karat gold trim. Whoa, whoa. Now, unfortunately, there's only one knob in here, but I've seen another one of these knobs somewhere. I don't know where I saw it. I just went and looked over there. Maybe it's down here. But it's a very distinctive brand because of how the cutout is right there, formed around it. And actually, if we go down here, we can see that is the same. And those are actually gold trim knobs too. And this one is actually the same. You can tell, definitely tell that's the same brand because of how it's made. Star cutout for the screw. Oh, well, that's not a star cutout, but it's got the same cutout for that screw. But these are all gold trimmed as well. That is probably 22 karat gold. These are our super valuable knobs. All these have gold trim. This one is one of our most valuable, probably ceramic knobs here. These were all hand painted at the time and then glazed. But anyway, I found this in one of those boxes and I was like, what's gold trimmed about it? So I took it apart and that is gold leaf trim. 22 karat, and you can tell it's leaf because of how it wrapped in right there. That is gold leaf, boys. It'd be gold! It'd be gold! So when that's on the door, that looks like that, which is ugly as hell, but it's gold. I should sell these to Trump, huh? Okay, I'm not going there. So yeah, I've got 2 of them. Be very careful with these. Very careful. And that's a privacy. Look at that. It's got a notch for a privacy. So that was the other thing. The 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was the 3 things in the video. And you know, my ending just a second ago didn't end real well, so let me zoom up here and be like, hey, thanks for watching, guys. Y'all just seeing who this is parking here. Appreciate you watching. This didn't end, I didn't really even expect this to be a day video type deal, but it did. So yeah, on to the next thing, and I don't know what that next thing is, but work. So y'all take it easy. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.